Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Marian Diaz here, Director of Wisdom Ways Center for Spirituality, here with our weekly live stream on the spiritual theme of trust. And as I was getting ready for the live stream today, it turned out that Mike wasn't going to be with us here, and Carly wasn't able to be with us either. I'm like, hey, let's try something new. Let's do a little experiment and break outside of the room. You'll see it's a lovely day here in St. Paul, Minnesota. And I'm just outside the building of Carondelet Center where our Wisdom Ways offices are. So thanks for joining us. And wow, our topic for today is trust. And I know Carly and I go through and we sort of set up these themes in advance, but you never know when the day comes how something's going to be hitting you. So this this is a topic that for me, and I'm going to start even just with self trusting in the self and really building that connection to yourself and how much time and energy and attention that takes, right, around the ways that we make decisions in our lives, the ways that we make choices and people we're allowing in our lives and not. So for me, in the past few years, it has been a journey back to really trusting myself in a lot of deep ways. And as I continue to grow and expand in a lot of different areas of my life, it's just been really exciting and interesting to think about how I trust myself. And for me, as a believer, part of that is my relationship with God and trusting that voice, my most interior voice, my intuitive voice, to know really what's best for me as I'm making decisions. I do have to say, though, over the last week or so, I've been in situations where I'm really questioning about the levels of trust with a couple key people in my life or other organizations and structures, right, that intersect with our life. So trust is something that is built um, and requires, for me anyway, sort of a continuity of the words, what people say and what they do. So I want to see that affinity between what people are presenting to me and how they're speaking to me, communicating with me, and then also how they're showing up in my life. And so, what can happen sometimes is that if there's something that's not jiving there, you can have a lack of trust that develops. And before we move into our meditation space, the one thing that I will say that since I have been largely in religious spaces professionally, I often talk about how really encouraging people who are people still of faith or people who are affiliated with specific religion to think more about trust and maybe a little less about faith. For someone who is Christian, was raised Catholic, um, we can think about faith in terms of the teachings, right? Or the dogma or the sense of sort of faith in like cognitively believing God exists. Where I would want as a religious person and a spiritual person to switch that more to that relationship quality of trust. And what is that trust? Is there trust that higher power is working through you, is present in you, as opposed to an excessive focus on creeds and doctrine and dogma? Because if there isn't that internal connection with whatever is believed cognitively, it's not going to change you. It's not going to impact you. You're not going to grow in love or make progress in your life. So, really thinking about trust as that relational bond grounded in a desire for goodness and love and well-being that can really help us to expand ourselves and to grow. So, so what we will be doing for our practice today is just I'm gonna use a very simple breathing approach from the Center for Mind Body Medicine that they use with their trauma healing groups. It's called soft belly breathing. So just invite you to get comfortable. And this, again, is just going to be very simple. We'll just take a few minutes here and then we'll kind of step back. I love that I'll have some accompaniment with the birds. If you can hear them, I'm not sure if they get filtered out or not, but Just really appreciate having you here. And so make yourself comfortable and relax. So we'll just start taking a few deep breaths. Maybe adjust how you're sitting. Make yourself comfortable. Adjust your body if necessary. And then I invite you, as you feel comfortable, perhaps to close your eyes, or maybe you're softly gazing at the floor. So maybe you shift your gaze downward. Just begin to breathe in slowly through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Just release. And as you continue to do this, allow your belly to be soft and relaxed. While you're doing this form of breathing, if your belly is soft and relaxed, then more oxygen will go into the lower part of your lungs. Perhaps as you're breathing, you breathe in and you think soft, and you breathe out and you think belly. Soft, belly. Soft, belly. Just breathe in. Let your stomach expand. And breathe out. Feel it come in. Continue to breathe. Soft, belly. And as you're feeling your abdominal muscles relax, you may feel the other muscles in your body relaxing as well. It can allow your vagus nerve to sort of settle in and help integrate all the parts of your body. As you inhale, feel your belly expand. Feel that energy going more deeply and deeply inside of you. And then release. Soft, belly. And then as we're finishing, we're going to do a few more breaths where you inhale, thinking the word here on the inhale. And as you release, think the word now. So you focus on here, inhale, now, and exhale. Here, now, here, now. Just continue this form of breathing for a few more seconds in silence. I'll call you back to our shared space together. And hopefully that was a good experience for you. I see Carly's online. Check out her website on Mindfully Apologetic as well, and her stuff there. um, so, as you know, through the practices that we're using through these live streams, we really are trying to bring body, mind, spirit, and all of these things together. And so, hopefully, this experience is a sense of just trust, even in your body, and giving you a different way of connecting to your body in something that is so fundamental, which is your breath. It's that with which we live and survive, and without which we can't. We will eventually pass with an exhale. It will be just as natural from one breath to the other. So it's really important with a form of breathing like this, perhaps, to just think about how much we're really feeding and bringing air down into as much of ourselves as we can to nurture and feed ourselves. And by nurturing and feeding ourselves with our breath, that's one of the most important, most fundamental ways that we can build interior trust in the self, and know that we will nurture ourselves with breath, and that we will give ourselves this space, perhaps in silence or perhaps in nature with birds around us and lovely trees, to have the space to listen to what's going on in our body and make decisions based out of that. And then again, to just bring mindfulness to those perhaps relationships, spaces that we're engaged in that we might be struggling with trust, or discerning around trust, whether or not some person or some experience should be a part of our life, and recognizing that and just being honest, bringing some truth and light to it, and trusting ourselves to know and to make decisions on behalf of our well-being and our call to wholeness and fullness, some of the other themes we've been talking about during these live streams. So thank you for joining us. I think it was really fun to be out here together and share this time with you. So go ahead and throw in the chat your experience of this live stream, or any reflections you might have on trust. And again, go ahead and check out our website at www.wisdomwaycenter.org. And we will be, we're continually updating with new content, and just explore across that top bar all of our different pages and areas of our work. So thanks for joining us. We'd love for you to share this and get other people on board and subscribing to our YouTube channel.